Hello and welcome to English with Mado. Today I'm going to talk about two essential verb tenses, present simple and present continuous. I will be going through every single verb tense with example sentences and example questions to make sure that you fully understand the question. So, stick around. Let's start with the present simple. As you all know, we have 7 subject pronouns. I, you, we, they, he, she, and it. With I, you, we, and they, we use the infinitive form of verb. What does it mean? When we call something infinitive, it means the original form of verb. So we don't conjugate the verb. We don't add s or es or whatever. For example, I play, you read, we vote, they understand. But with he, she, and it, we use an extra s to the verb. For instance, he dances, she goes, it moves. As you can see, we have an extra s to every single subject pronoun. Now, let's move to the situations where we use the present simple form. As you can see, we use the present simple verb tense in 3 different situations. The first situation, if you want to talk about a fact. What does it mean? It could be a scientific fact, an economic fact, a social fact, whatever it is. For instance, the water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. So at this temperature, the water boils. It's a fact. Moving to the second situation where we use the present simple form. We use the present verb tense to talk about a routine or a habit. What does it mean? It means something that always happens. It happens regularly. For example, the birds return to the island every spring. So as you can see, every spring, these birds return to the island. It's like something habitual. It always happens. Moving to the last situation where we use the present simple to talk about a plot, a story, a play, whatever it is. For example, Romeo sees Juliet at the party and falls in love with her. I know it's a very ancient story, but we can also use the present simple to talk about an old story instead of jumping from a verb tense to another. Now let's focus on the verb tenses here, on the actual verbs. So as you can see, we have the verb boils at the first sentence. With this verb, we have s, an extra s. Why? Because boils is connected to the water, and the water is considered as it. So that's why we add s to boil. In the second sentence, we have the verb, the main verb actually return. It's not conjugated. It's the infinitive form of verb. Why? Because return is connected to the birds. And as you can see, the birds is plural. And we consider the birds as they. And we all know, with they, we don't use s. We use the infinitive form of verb. Moving to the last sentence, as you can see, we have 2 main verbs here, sees and falls. Sees and falls are both connected to Romeo, and Romeo is considered as he. Moving now to the second verb tense that I'm going to talk about today. It's the present continuous. How do we use the present continuous? We use the present continuous to talk about a situation that is happening now, right now, or in the near future. In this specific verb tense, as you all know, we have the 7 subject pronouns as I mentioned earlier. But specifically with this verb tense, we have to use something called auxiliary verbs or an auxiliary verb. What does it mean? As you can see, with every subject pronoun, we have a specific auxiliary verbs. With I, we use am. With you, we, and they, we use are. However, with he, she, and it, we use is. And plus the verb in ing. It's quite simple and it doesn't need any complications. Now, let's just move to some examples. As you can see in this sentence here, we have the subject pronoun she, we have the auxiliary verb is, and we have the verb in ing. That's how we use the present continuous. She is dancing at the studio. So she is dancing at the studio. That means she's doing this right now. Or you can even say she is dancing at the studio on Monday or next Monday. So it doesn't have to be right now. It could be in the near future, after 2 days, after 1 week, it could be 1 month maybe. But we use the present continuous to talk about something that is not that far. Okay? Now let's move to the second example. They are planning for a long holiday. So as you can see, we have they, the main verb. We have are, actually the subject pronoun. We have are, the auxiliary verb or the helping verb. And we have planning, the main verb here. So as you can see, planning is actually derived from the verb plan. That's a plan. You might be wondering right now, why did we double the N in here? As you can see, we have 2 N. Why is that? Okay, listen to this very well. When you have a vowel precedented by the last letter, then you will have to add a double letter at the end. Does it make sense? Maybe not. Okay, I'm going to explain again. So we have this verb here, plan. I'm going to write it here. As you can see, that's a vowel. What is a vowel? We have, the vowels are A, E, I, O, U. These are the vowels. Okay? So in this specific verb tense, we have vowel before the last letter. So that's why we double this one when we use it in the present continuous form. So that's why we have planning. So we have a stress on the N. Okay, it's a quiz time. So what I'm going to do right now is, I'm going to show you 4 example sentences. All what you have to do is trying to spot the mistake in every single sentence. So as you can see, you have to find the mistake in every single sentence. So all what you have to do is just try to actually write down the sentences with the correct form down in the comment section below. Okay, so don't forget to do this, and I'm going to reply to every single one of you personally. So that's all. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and also don't forget to activate the bell button to receive all my upcoming videos. I look forward to seeing you again on my channel.